What's up, everybody? Hopefully you watched Raw Chicago. If you didn't, then maybe you'll watch this review to find out what happened. So this is my Raw Chicago review. I think we're 3-4 weeks away from WrestleMania. So this Raw Chicago had a lot of WrestleMania hype. And 1 or 2 matches were probably made, 3 matches maybe were probably made, added to the WrestleMania card. So, Raw kicked off showing Vince McMahon last week in his promo where he said he no longer has a son, and now that Shane is no longer his son is just a son of a bitch. So that video was shown to kick off Raw. And then Shane McMahon, it was announced on the Raw pre-show. It was announced that Shane would kick off Monday Night Raw in Raw Chicago. Shane comes out, his music hits, Here Comes the Money. Shane comes out, gets a huge pop, huge reaction. Chicago loved seeing Shane McMahon back in their city. He got a massive, insane pop. Fans went crazy. He got a huge, huge pop. So then Shane is in the ring for a little bit, talking, saying how great it is, and how he's missed being in Chicago. And then The Undertaker's bell, whatever you want to call it, his dong hits. The Undertaker's theme is the bell hits. Everybody thinks The Undertaker's going out. The lights go out. The crowd goes pretty insane when they heard The Undertaker's bell. They went insane. They thought The Undertaker was coming out. I thought The Undertaker was in the house and he was coming out. But I was dead wrong. Because right after Taker's theme didn't even start playing, the lights came back on. Within 20 seconds or 30 seconds, Vince McMahon's No Chance in Hell, his theme hits. Vince comes out, is standing on the stage, starts cutting a promo and says, he didn't even say The Undertaker's entire name, which I thought was really weird. Vince was not on his A game tonight. He did not cut a good promo. Maybe it's his age, I don't know. But he didn't even mention The Undertaker's name. He just says, you thought you all were getting The Under. And then he just stopped talking. So that was pretty weird. I couldn't even hear him say The Undertaker. And then right after he said, The Undertaker, you're not getting him, he's not here. The crowd was pissed. And they had a right to be angry. Undertaker was on the show last week. He could have appeared tonight. It would have been awesome if he would have appeared. But I understand why he did not. They don't have to have Undertaker on TV every week, especially when Shane... Especially when Shane McMahon returned. They do not need to bring The Undertaker on TV to be on the same show that Shane is on, even though they will probably appear at the same time the week before WrestleMania or 2 weeks before it. They'll probably appear on the same show and Undertaker will probably beat the crap out of Shane. So, Undertaker was not coming. But that was a great swerve that WWE did by playing The Undertaker's music. That was a great swerve. I actually thought The Undertaker was going to come out for a minute. Vince is on the mic, says, you're not getting The Undertaker. Fans were pissed, and they had a right to be pissed, as I said. And then they start being stupid. Chicago started being stupid, and they start chanting their hero, their hometown boy, their god. I don't know what else to call the guy. Chicago treats him like he's a god. He's not. Nobody in pro wrestling, if they're your favorite wrestler, if you love them to death, you should treat no wrestler like a god, because they're not. Some are very good, and some are awesome people, but they're not. They're just playing a character on TV. And CM Punk, I will admit, I was a fan of his. He was very good. So, I'm not from Chicago. I'm from above them, right in Milwaukee. So, I don't get the love affair Chicago has with CM Punk, and I don't care to get it. Obviously, they love the guy, and they have a right to love him. But they need to stop acting like stupid sheep fans and fanboys and fangirls in the crowd. Need to realize, and they really need to think about it, when they go to WWE shows, that CM Punk is not coming back. The guy's in UFC, training. He had back surgery. I don't know when the hell he's going to fight. Maybe UFC 200. I don't really care when he fights. I think when he fights, he'll lose. But I'll be watching just to see him get his ass kicked. As I said, I was a massive, major CM Punk fan. We're talking 3-4 years ago. Not anymore. And it's not just because he left and he's no longer in wrestling. That is a big part of it. I understand why he left. He had a right to leave. He was fed up. He was burnt out. He was beat up. He was injured. He suffered a concussion at the Royal Rumble 2014. And the doctors basically, according to CM Punk, the doctor told Punk that you don't have a concussion, and you can wrestle tomorrow night on Raw. You didn't suffer a concussion. And then CM Punk was explaining he had a giant baseball size, I don't know what you call it, a giant calcium deposit, baseball size thing on his back, and he claims the WWE doctor kept telling him that's nothing, don't worry about it. And then the doctor's giving CM Punk Z-Packs. Enough about CM Punk. Chicago starts chanting very loud just because they were angry because Vince said, Undertaker's not here, I'm here. So the crowd was angry, and then first they started chanting asshole, asshole, back when they used to do that in the Attitude Era, at Vince. And I will admit, Mr. McMahon, his character has major heat. And he has major heat right now in 2016, and he did back in 98 also. So Vince, as a 70-year-old man, he still has major heat with the fans. And he can get major heat just like that. It's very, very easy for Vince to get heat and booed. So then Vince says, oh, that's all you got? When they were chanting asshole, Vince goes, oh, you ran out of steam real fast. Because they stopped it in probably 30, 40 seconds. And then they started chanting very loudly, very angrily. They started chanting CM Punk at Vince, and then they stopped within a minute. Probably under a minute. And then Vince says smartly, to get more heat, he says, oh, you ran out of steam. That's all you got? That was funny as hell. That was epic. That was so funny. I started laughing my ass off when I heard Vince say, that's all you got, Chicago? And then they didn't start chanting CM Punk's name again. Maybe because maybe they realized that Punk is not going to come out or back anytime soon. So, Vince gets a lot more heat by showing a picture saying this is Shane McMahon. This is you when you were backstage at your first WWE live event. And it was Shane as a little boy, probably 6 or 7 years old. And then Vince throws a picture on the ramp. It smashes to pieces, and Vince steps on it. That was pretty insane. Pretty disrespectful of Vince to do that, but they gotta build and make people want to care about Taker versus Shane. And Vince got more heat for what he did, stepping on his picture. It was great heat. It was awesome. I wasn't offended by it. So then Vince says, I'm bringing security down to get your ass out of the ring. And then security comes down. Obviously, they're probably indie wrestlers from Chicago. 4 guys dressed as security. Of course, they were wrestlers. Because you could just tell. Some of them were built. Had a good build. So then Shane takes them all out. He beats all 4 of them up. They were trying to grab Shane around the waist. Shane spun around, kept kneeing him, punching him in the rapid fire punches, threw one of them over the top rope. That was funny as hell. First off, I I mean, Shane, it made Shane look like a badass, I guess. But that security was weak as fuck. I don't know what kind of security that was that you hired, Vince, but they were awful, and they got their ass kicked. So then the segment ends. Good opening segment, good hot start to Raw. It was very good seeing Shane McMahon kick off the show and beat up security. So then, after that, we have Kevin Owens shown backstage coming to the ring. They say Kevin Owens is coming to the ring next to take on Neville. So then Kevin Owens start. Very entertaining match. Very good match. The crowd was really into it. And when the crowd is always into a match, it helps the match, makes it better. So then Kevin Owens, Neville basically tear the house down and have a damn good match. Neville does a shooting star press off the top onto Kevin Owens onto the floor. That was insane. Neville is super talented. That guy should be the next Intercontinental Champion or U.S. Champion because Neville is damn good. I don't care if he's small and short. The guy is great in the ring, and he can do amazing stuff nobody else on the roster can do. So then, Kevin Owens, Neville hits Red Arrow. Everybody thought it was over, but Kevin Owens kicks out. That was pretty shocking. And then Kevin Owens gets the victory, defeats Neville. And then Kevin Owens is on the, or I think he was still in the ring, not on the outside yet. The match is over, and I tweeted it out, not that this shouldn't matter, or that you people watching, not that you should even care that I tweeted this out. But I did tweet out right before Sami Zayn's music hit. I did tweet out, hit Sami Zayn's music right now. Hit it right now, damn it. And then it actually came true. And Sami Zayn's music actually did hit. The crowd popped pretty loud. They could have been better and they could have been louder, but they were okay. I think they're burnt out from giving Shane McMahon such a great reaction. Sami Zayn comes out, runs to the ring. Kevin Owens meets him in the aisle. They start going at it, rapid fire punches, punching each other in the face. That was awesome. That was great to see Sami Zayn back on Raw. I hope they go with Sami Zayn versus Owens one-on-one at WrestleMania. I hope they do that. They could add Neville and make it a three-way. Triple threat for the Intercontinental title. I would also be for that. But I'd rather see Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn one-on-one. If I had it my way, it'd be one-on-one, make it a street fight. Or something like that. A gimmick match. So that was great to see Sami Zayn right after Shane McMahon was in the ring beating up security. And Neville tore the house down. That guy should be a main eventer. He's awesome. He should be getting WWE title shots by SummerSlam or before it. Or main eventing pay-per-views. So, Sami Zayn gets a huge reaction and returns to Monday Night Raw. That was awesome. Up next, we had Dolph Ziggler in a backstage segment with Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie is pissed at him because Ziggler sent out a tweet. I don't know what it said. I wasn't on Twitter earlier, but Stephanie basically was punishing Dolph for sending out a tweet. And she says, Dolph, you are going to have to face the entire League of Nations. Not the entire League of Nations because it's 4 guys, but 3-on-1. Handicap match, 3-on-1. So Dolph, good luck facing all 3 League of Nations members. And then Dolph looks pretty disappointed before Stephanie told him that. He says, remember how I ended the Authority over a year and a half ago? And then he goes, I actually ended them, but he goes, that was a long time ago. Nobody remembers. And then Stephanie goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that. And that was just stupid because it happened. It actually happened. Dolph did defeat the Authority thanks to Sting. So after that Ziggler-Stephanie segment, we have Brie Bella coming out to the ring before the commercial. And Brie is in the ring waiting. Her opponent is Summer Rae. I guess Summer Rae is from Illinois or Chicago. So congratulations to Summer Rae that she got to wrestle on Raw finally in her hometown. Summer Rae gets the victory. I was kind of surprised that she won, but good for her. She should be used better because Summer Rae has been booked like shit and not even used in the ring. She was used last year in that god-awful Rusev, Summer, Dolph, Love storyline, but that was awful. They should use Summer in the ring much more because she's actually pretty good in the ring. She's not bad. I'm not going to say Summer's great in the ring, but I don't think she's bad. So Brie loses to Summer. And then Lana comes out. Lana's music hits right after the match. Lana comes out. It was great to see Lana. I'm a big fan of hers. She is smoking. Lana comes out, gets in the ring, delivers Brie Bella's finisher to Brie Bella. I don't know what you call it. It was like a face buster. Or X Factor. That move X-Pac used to do is his finisher. Or whatever you want to call it. Brain buster, face buster. I don't know what you call it. But Lana gave that, delivered it to Brie Bella. That was good to see. And it was great to see Lana on Raw again. Because they need to start using her way more instead of keeping her backstage and not using her. So it was great to see Lana do that. And now they booked Lana against Team Bella in a 8 Divas tag at WrestleMania. It's Paige, Natalya, Brie, and Alicia Fox. For some reason, they just threw Alicia Fox in there. That makes no sense. But they want every diva to get a WrestleMania payday, and I'm not going to complain about that. All the divas do deserve to get a WrestleMania payday. So Alicia, Natalya, Paige, which Paige has not been used on TV much since Royal Rumble. I don't know why they can't find something for her, but whatever. Paige, Natalya, Alicia, Brie against Lana, Naomi, Tamina, and the 4th Diva, Summer Rae. So that's an 8 Divas tag booked at WrestleMania. So I'm sure it won't last over 10 minutes. It'll probably last 8 minutes, and it probably won't be very good of a match. The Triple Threat Divas title match will be way better than the 8 Divas tag. So, it was great to see Lana, as I said, because I'm a big fan of hers. Up next, we had Dean Ambrose come out and cut a promo. Decent promo, but it went on a bit too long, and then Triple H came out and talked about Roadblock, how Dean Ambrose, you're not a roadblock to me for going to WrestleMania, Dean Ambrose. You're just a little speed bump on the road to WrestleMania. That was pretty funny. Triple H says Dean Ambrose is just a little speed bump going to WrestleMania. So it was an okay promo, but it went on too long, and it got boring. It felt like it was 10 minutes or longer. So up next, we have Dolph Ziggler taking on the League of Nations. No Del Rio, just Rusev, Sheamus, Barrett. 3-on-1 handicap match. Dolph Ziggler actually eliminates, because it is elimination, 3-on-1 elimination match. So Barrett actually gets eliminated first. That was pretty funny. I laughed at that. Because, of course, they're going to eliminate Barrett first because he decided to leave the company. That's probably why he got eliminated first. Because they're punishing him for not re-signing. So Wade Barrett, I'm sure he doesn't care that he was eliminated because he already knows he's out of the WWE in 2 or 3 months. He's gone. And I'm sure he's happy to be gone. Because he's probably fed up about not being used the right way for years and years. So Wade Barrett gets eliminated first. That was funny. I was happy about that. And then Dolph Ziggler gets bro kicked by Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. League of Nations win. This was kind of a pointless match. But Stephanie booked it because she was angry and trying to punish Dolph for sending out a tweet, which is pretty stupid. But whatever. Hopefully they push Dolph Ziggler going into WrestleMania, and hopefully Dolph has a good match. Maybe he'll defeat all 4 members of the League of Nations at WrestleMania. Maybe Dolph will start getting a major push. I don't know his contract. I don't know if his contract's ending anytime soon. I don't know if Dolph, I thought I heard he signed a new contract in the fall. If he did sign a new contract, they better start pushing Dolph Ziggler, because that guy is a freaking great talent that has been held down way too long by backstage bullshit politics, in my opinion. So after Ziggler loses, after defeating Barrett, we have a Shane McMahon highlight video showing all of Shane McMahon's matches and his career highlights in the WWE. It was pretty great. It was a good video package on Shane. Up next, we had Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch backstage talking. Becky was banging on her door saying, "Get out here. Are you ready? Let's go." And then Becky gets in her face and goes, "You're going to see a lass kicker out there. Kicking lass. And I'm going to be the next Divas champion." She puts on her giant goggles and goes to the ring. And then Sasha puts on her glasses. Gets a pretty good pop for a backstage segment. So it's Sasha and Becky up next in a tag match against Naomi and Tamina for the 20th time. Felt like the 20th time. Just got a drink here. So Sasha and Becky win. Tamina and Naomi, whoever tapped out, I don't remember. It was great to see Sasha and Becky win. Tamina, Naomi job again. Good for them. They're not going anywhere in the WWE except probably getting released after WrestleMania, my opinion. I have nothing against Naomi or Tamina. I just think they will be released. One of them will be released. So, after that, and Charlotte came out after the match. Charlotte beat up Becky and Sasha. That was great heat on Charlotte. Great heel champion Charlotte is going into WrestleMania. Great heat on her. Maybe Charlotte will retain at WrestleMania. I wouldn't have a problem with it if she retained, but there should probably be a new Divas champion at WrestleMania, and it should be Sasha Banks first. She deserves it more than anybody, in my opinion. If Sasha doesn't win, then I am all for Becky Lynch winning it. And even if Charlotte wins and retains, I won't be upset. I'll be happy with that also. Because then at the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania, I'm sure Charlotte would drop it to Sasha or Becky. So up next, we had R-Truth in a backstage segment playing Papa John, carrying a pizza like he's a pizza man. It was stupid as hell. It was ridiculous and pointless to put on Raw, but they want to keep pushing R-Truth, trying to get Goldust now to team with him so they can become the Golden Truth. Goldust doesn't want any part of R-Truth. He doesn't want to be his partner anymore. And R-Truth was trying to give him a pizza, a Chicago-style pizza to be his tag partner or something like that. I don't really get it. It was stupid. It was a stupid segment. It was just a waste of time, but Goldust then brings up how he can't eat pizza. I don't remember the exact words he said, but something about it. You know I can't eat pizza because I have butt problems. Or I did not understand that at all. That just flew right over my head. I was like, okay, I didn't get it. Goldust has butt problems, so that means he can't eat pizza. I still don't get it. But it was stupid. And then after that, I guess R-Truth left the pizza laying on a table, and then Mark Henry. Of course, they gotta have Mark Henry show up and open the pizza and stare at it like he wants to eat the entire pizza, and then he looks at it and goes, "I love Chicago," or whatever he said. That was stupid. And that just made Mark Henry look like a fool that just loves to eat. So up next, and I don't know what they don't have any plans for R-Truth, Goldust, or Mark Henry at WrestleMania. They'll probably throw them in a Battle Royal, in my opinion. Next we had, in my notes, up next we had, I think, New Day tag titles on the line. The New Day went up against Y2AJ for the tag titles. New Day comes out, gets a great reaction from Chicago. Well-deserved reaction because New Day rocks. You people that think that New Day sucks and they're not entertaining and their promos aren't entertaining and you don't think their promos are funny, well, that's what I think of you people. New Day rocks. New Day does not suck. But whatever, you think they suck, that's your opinion, but you are insane because the New Day is awesome and they're entertaining as hell. And their promos are funny and great. So, I look forward to seeing the New Day every week. They're on TV. They're entertaining. So, this was a great match of the night. Definitely match of the night on Raw Chicago for the tag titles. New Day, Y2AJ, Jericho gets a great pop when he comes out because he debuted in Chicago in August of '99. And then AJ Styles, his music hits. He gets his own entrance. He gets a major pop from Chicago because it's the first time Chicago gets to see AJ in the WWE. So that was great. AJ gets a good pop. This match, as I said, it was the match of the night. It was very good, very entertaining, very good. At the end, we had Big E. I mean, many pinfalls were broken up by Jericho and by New Day. Many near falls. Jericho tries to hit a code breaker on Big E. Big E catches him, holds on to him, lifts him up on his shoulders, does his finisher, the big ending. 1, 2, 3, New Day wins and retains the tag titles. Great match. Match of the night on Raw Chicago. New Day retains. Very happy they retained, even though I kind of wanted Y2AJ to win the tag titles. And then after the match, New Day is gone, out of the ring. Nowhere to be found. Jericho's in the ring staring at AJ. And then, of course, he attacks AJ Styles, turns on his partner, and he's screaming at AJ, you son of a bitch, you son of a bitch. Well, he was yelling, you son of a bitch at him at the end. But Jericho's just yelling at AJ and basically jealous because he goes, AJ got a bigger reaction than Jericho. I guess that's why he attacked him. I don't know. Out of jealousy. Tag partners are always turning on each other because of jealousy. So Jericho turns on AJ, hits 3 cold breakers. 3 fucking cold breakers on AJ. That was a bit too much. He could have hit 2 was enough, but he had to hit 3. Whatever. I'm okay with that. And then Jericho leaves AJ laying after 3 cold breakers and puts a t-shirt, sticks it in his mouth, and he's yelling at him. And then Jericho leaves. Raw comes back from commercial. Renee Young catches Jericho backstage, interviews him. Says, I want to get your reaction. Why'd you do that to AJ? Whatever Renee said. And Jericho basically says he was mad because the crowd was chanting for AJ Styles when they should have been chanting for me. And then Jericho goes, I debuted here in '99, and he's way better than AJ, so whatever. So Jericho basically says he turned on AJ because he's mad at the crowd reaction. Okay, whatever. I'm sure they're booked. It's already booked. I'm sure it's going to be Jericho, AJ at WrestleMania 32. And if they give them 18, 20 minutes, they should be able to put on a very good match. So up next we had Kalisto against Tyler Breeze. And well, this was later, I believe they interviewed Kalisto backstage. Anyways, Kalisto takes on Tyler Breeze. It was good to see Tyler Breeze back on Raw. Sadly, he lost, but whatever. They want to push Kalisto as U.S. champion. That's fine, so they don't want him losing on TV. I understand that. But Tyler Breeze, after WrestleMania, he better start picking up some victories on Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views. Because Tyler Breeze in NXT was booked great, and he was showcased great. On the main roster, he's booked like shit. Basically, probably because Vince does not like him. Or he still has heat backstage because he left a SmackDown taping early a long time ago, like 2-3 months ago. They shouldn't be having backstage heat on Tyler Breeze anymore because that was a long time ago. They should get over it. But in WWE, remember this, you get heat and you get suspended for 90 days, or you get suspended 60 days for going like this and grabbing Vince's arm and trying to get Vince's attention. If you touch Vince and try to get his attention, you will be suspended for 60 days and have to pay a fine and miss WrestleMania. So, in the WWE backstage, you can get heat for basically anything that you do. But Tyler shouldn't have left the building early. If he did, he shouldn't have done that. But whatever. I still don't agree that Titus should have been suspended for 60 days for grabbing Vince. He should have to pay a fine, and that's it. And not be suspended at all. Because that's fucking ridiculous that Titus O'Neil's going to have to miss WrestleMania because of Vince's fucking ego of not wanting people touching him and grabbing him. I mean, Vince could have talked to Titus like a man and said, you will be fined big money for grabbing me. And that's all he should have done to Titus, is fine him $5,000 to $10,000, and that was it. Not suspend the guy. That was fucking ridiculous to suspend him. So up next, after Kalisto defeats Tyler, we have an interview with Kalisto backstage, being interviewed, talking about how do you feel going to WrestleMania as the U.S. champion. And Kalisto says he watched WrestleMania as a little boy, and Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio were his heroes. And then Ryback, stupid Ryboar, has to interfere, get in the interview and go, why am I not, with his boring ass fucking voice. And during his interviews he talks like, why am I not getting respected? Why am I not getting a match on WrestleMania and being showcased? You're not getting, well, now maybe now you're getting showcased and pushed, but you suck. You're boring as hell, Ryback. That's why you've been held down, because you suck, in my opinion. As a talent, you suck. You're okay in the ring. Not really, because you injure a lot of guys. You suck, and you're boring, and you put people to sleep. Just like the Big Show puts people to sleep, Ryback does the same. So then he cuts like a heel promo, basically teasing, saying he would eat up Kalisto and spit him out and destroy him. Whatever. It's probably going to be Ryback at WrestleMania against Kalisto. Hopefully Kalisto wins and defeats the big, giant idiot without a brain. So after that, Ryback says he's going out to the ring to destroy the Social Outcasts. And then it's Social Outcasts in the ring talking on the mic. All four guys have microphones and they're talking gibberish. I don't know what the fuck they were saying. I don't know what the hell the promo was about. It made no sense. They were just yelling and screaming. Idiotic. It was idiotic. It was stupid. It was pointless. I don't know what the fuck the writers, if they told them to say all this crap, it made no sense, and it was very odd. And it was very stupid. I don't know what the Social Outcast was trying to say. And they started screaming and yelling, sounding like Indians, going, woo. I don't know what the fuck they were doing in the ring and screaming, and they started dancing around in a circle. It was very odd, and it was pointless, and it was stupid. But maybe it made Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn laugh. I don't know why they did that in the ring. It was stupid as hell. So, Social Outcast against Ryback. Ryback wins. I left during this match. I left my TV. I left my bedroom. I totally left because I didn't care about Ryback versus Social Outcast. I went downstairs in my house, walked around, talked to somebody that I live with for a little bit. And then I went to the bathroom during Ryback Social Outcast because I did not care about this match. So then I come back, it was over, I didn't know who won, I didn't really care, but because I'm doing this review, I tweeted out who won between Ryback and Social Outcast, so I could talk about it, because I didn't see who won, because I didn't care to, because it sucked and it was boring. So, I got a tweet from, I'm going to give this person a shout out. I don't know if they're a guy or a girl. I don't know what you are. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I'm giving them a shout out because they told me who won between Axel versus Ryback. Follow them at SammyB20. That's at on Twitter at SammieBee20. Follow them at SammyB20. Thank you for telling me who won between Axel and Ryback. And a shout out to this guy that I follow on Twitter. He's a great follower on Twitter. Big wrestling fan. Follow him. He told me who won between Ryback and Axel also. So thank you for tweeting me who won. Follow him at R_man_Guido. Follow him. It's at OUR_MAN_GUIDO. Follow him and follow at Samantha B20. Or Sammy, not Samantha. Sammy B20. And follow at R_man at R_man_Guido. Follow them too. So now it was the main event. Dean Ambrose taking on Bray Wyatt, which was booked earlier in Raw by Triple H, saying you are wrestling tonight against Bray Wyatt. Bray comes out, does a promo, and says we're here, gets a good pop from the crowd. Okay, main event. I was kind of bored with it because I've seen Ambrose Wyatt so many times, so it was kind of boring to me. I thought Brock Lesnar might appear and show up. I wanted him to show up. Maybe he could have took out the Wyatts or Bray tonight, but no, Brock was not scheduled to appear, I guess. That's okay, because I'll get to see Brock on Saturday night against Bray. So then it ends in a DQ because the lights go out and the Wyatt family is around the ring, standing on the ring. DQ. Wyatt's beat down Dean Ambrose and beat the hell out of him. Then they leave. Triple H's music hits. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H, the Game, the King of Kings. His music hits. He comes out. Starts taking his tie off, putting his sleeves up. And then he goes outside, stares at the table like he's going to break Ambrose's nose and smash it into the table like he did to Roman. That's what Triple H was thinking, I think. So he takes everything off the table, ready to pedigree Dean through it or bash his face into it. Anyways, Triple H takes everything out off the table, gets back in the ring, and gets hit with Dirty Deeds out of nowhere. Dirty Deeds out of nowhere was hit on Triple H. He was knocked out cold. He wasn't moving. He was unconscious. I'm not saying he was unconscious for real, storyline wise. He acted like he was unconscious. Selling. He was unconscious. After being hit with Dirty Deeds, Raw ends. Okay, end of Raw. I wouldn't say it was great or it was bad. It was just okay. The entire show, Raw Chicago. If I give it a grade, or rating, 1 to 10, not a grade, a rating. 1 to 10, Chicago. Raw Chicago gets I would say gets a 7. It was pretty good. At least most of it. The Social Outcast promo, whatever they were screaming and yelling, that made me want to bash my head into a wall. That was just annoying as hell. Hope you enjoy my Raw Chicago review. WWE Roadblock is this Saturday night on the network. Hopefully you have the network. If you don't, well, order it. If you're a big wrestling fan, you love NXT, you love watching old pay-per-views, if you're a fan from the Attitude Era, you should want the WWE Network. If you're a fan of the Monday Night Wars, you should want the network because you can go back and watch a ton of Nitros, a ton of Raws. They got like every single Raw on there, just about, except for year 2003 and not much of 2002, but the rest of the years, they got almost every year. Every year Raw from 93 to the end of 2001, they got every Raw on there, just about every Nitro from 96 to summer of 99. And there's a lot of ECW TV, hardcore TV on there from 93 to 90 or 2000, ECW hardcore TV. And ECW on TNN is also on there to watch, a lot of it. And as I said, a lot of every WWE pay-per-view every month for $9.99, every NXT show, every takeover, every Stone Cold podcast. It's a great deal. If you're a big wrestling fan, I suggest you get the network and keep it because I love it. But I love it because I'm an old school fan, love ECW, and love the Attitude Era, loved the 80s, the late 80s, the NWA, loved that stuff. So, follow me on Twitter at WWE, not at WWE. Follow me at TNA WWE Guy and at NXT WWE Guy. And hopefully you join me on Twitter this Saturday. I will be live tweeting WWE Roadblock. Hope you enjoy my Raw Chicago review. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great week.